Alright, another Trainwreck cooking with Frost video. We're doing a chicken mushroom leek bake. And so I'm learning how to do leeks for the first time. And so it just had me chop off the dark ends and the root ends. And then kind of cut it in half like that so we can rinse out all the yuckiness. I think I'm going to take this first layer off because it looks like it's a tougher leaf. I'll do that on both. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Alright, so I have that done. So we're going to rinse them real quick and then we're going to chop. So I'll be right back for that step. Alright, I think I pretty much have that done to the best of my ability. So yeah, if it doesn't turn out right, well, oopsie. Yes, I guess I need to take that part off because I guess that one is still a little rough since it doesn't want to chop. Yeah, as you see, I have no idea what I'm doing, but you know, that's part of the course. Never had a leek before, so I don't even know what it's supposed to taste like. But we're just going to give it a good old rough chop. And then whatever's not kind of chopping, we won't use because, you know. Oh, look, so that's chopped. See how that's not chopping? So it seems like it's easy to kind of work with for the most part. So that is a chopped leek. Yay, we have that done. So I'm going to look at what the next steps are because, of course, we already know I have no idea what I'm doing. So, yeah, it's already getting to a good start. Alright, so that's done. So now we're going to move over to the oven or to the stove, wherever. And then I'm going to put some butter in there. I'm not scared of butter, so I'll put a good heap it in. Usually helps if you kind of chop it a little bit so that it melts faster. Yes, my hands are clean because I just had to clean vegetables, so. To this, once the butter is melted, I'm going to do the leeks. I'm going to do mushrooms. You can put onions in it, but I've got to get an onion for some reason, so I'm not going to have an onion in it, which is kind of a little depressing for me, but I think it'll be alright. So I'm going to let the butter rest and get my mushrooms prepped. Make sure don't rinse your mushrooms. Just if you do the whole mushrooms, just wipe them off with a damp paper towel so they don't soak up too much water. Alright, I will be back. Alright, butter's melted, so in go my leeks. That way I can take off some of the undesirable bits I seem to have missed. And some mushrooms. So that's that in, so I can't hear any sizzle. There's the sizzle. Alright, I was supposed to say, maybe I put them in too early, but I didn't, so be back. Alright, I am going to do some salt. I didn't call it like. Kind of help the process, and some pepper. They're starting to do its thing. I did take a bite of the leek just so I can see kind of like what the flavor profile. And it almost reminds me of just a scallion. I thought was kind of interesting. And those are good, so I'm going to let them go for another few minutes or so. I do have the oven preheating to 375. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. It's looking really good. So now I need to put some garlic in there, which I have somewhere. I know how to get out. Losing everything. There it is. So just some minced garlic is going to go in. And of course, you know, I usually put a lot because I love my garlic. And you can never have too much garlic. I don't have fresh thyme and sage, so I'm just going to use the dry stuff. It'll be alright. Ooh, that smells nice. Of course, the garlic, you only want to cook for about 30 seconds to a minute, just till you start smelling it. Because you don't want to burn it. And I'll put some more butter in there, since I'm going to have to make a roux, I am sure. So I want plenty of fat in there to absorb the flour. So it is looking super, super nice. I do have a pre-shredded that I did yesterday, as I was supposed to make this yesterday, but of course Mama wasn't feeling good, so. Oh yeah, that smells really nice. So we are now doing it for today. So I got a lemon pepper rotisserie chicken that I deboned and shredded yesterday. Let me check what the next steps are, because I have no idea. Alright, add flour to the mix. How much flour do I need? So, 2 tablespoons of flour. Alright. That's done. And of course, get it all cooked in. And we're going to cook this for like a couple of minutes just to cook the flour out of it. Now this part always never looks yummy to me, so, but yeah, we're going to let it do its thing for a couple minutes. Alright, now that it's been a couple of minutes, it wants me to add some stock, so Dijon mustard, and some creme fraiche, which I'm going to substitute for heavy cream, because I don't have creme fraiche and I can't get creme fraiche here, so. So I want to do a 1.3 cups of chicken stock. Alright. Cup and a third, alright. gonna slowly stir it in because you don't want to just alright. You're just gonna pour a little bit in at a time. Just kind of break things up because you don't want lumps. Which we'll probably get anyway. But no, normally not. Normally I think I got this down. And it turns almost into like cream of chicken. So we're wanting to keep things kind of thick. So it's almost kind of turning into like cream of chicken. So yeah. But we're going to do our mixy mix. So that is kind of more creamier texture than a lumpy, oh Lord, what did I do kind of situation. Alright, so we're doing good there. She's thick, she's creamy, she's turning into something good. Alright, so before I put in cream, I am going to put in a tablespoon of the mustard that I have. Which looks like I have just enough. Get all that mixed in. Yes, I used Grey Poupon, it'll be alright. Alright, let's see how much cream I'm supposed to put in there. Quarter cup of cream. I should be able to do that. Here's a file where I put my cream. There it is. Hey. Doesn't seem like a lot, but okay. Ooh, that smells nice. Alright, I'm gonna get this incorporated real fast. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put the chicken in now. That should cool down the mixture some. So, well, I mean, she thick. She gonna be a thick girl. Alright, I just want to make sure everything's kind of incorporated in. Alright, go ahead and turn the heat off while everything kind of incorporates in. sure the mixture is all coated through. So she gonna be a bake, all right. All right. So now I'm gonna crack and whisk an egg. For my egg wash. I think I need to put just a smidgen of more stock in and kind of thin it out just a hair. Because she thickums. Now I can kind of break it up just a smidgen. There, much better. Alright, and I just have it in a small baking dish. So, find some fork. Whisk this egg real fast. Say hello to the kitties. Alright, let me get my puff pastry prepped. Alright, so now it's time to put on the puff pastry dough. So we're just going to set it up top. Cut the edges. And I guess here you can do kind of like the fancy patterns and stuff, but ew, I don't have time for all that, so. Alright. So yeah, you can tell I have no idea what I'm doing. So.
What did you do? You stopped me, didn't you?
Alright, so that's been done. So we're just gonna I'm just gonna crimp it with my finger just to kind of seal it.
No more havoc than you. And Jin's already dark creatures from the hell captive.
How can you be so sure?
When did you last feel happy when you felt trapped?
And then I'm gonna kind of score
If you were going to talk us to safety, you could have taken us out of this shit
kind of
town.
in the center.
You can make a call to yourself. It wasn't a shit town, it was a fine town until you came along. I had a plan.
Just so it can breathe.
It was.
Alright, see if I got my brush somewhere. Itch. Should have been in here. Well, let's see. Alright, so we're just going to brush it with our fingers. Because, oh, Lord have mercy, I can't find a brush, so no better tool than your fingers.
So that everyone remembers who you were. What we did. Everything we saw. And then we'll sing it for the rest of my days.
So, great thing about not knowing what you're doing and just not being embarrassed about it. All right, so now we have the egg wash in, and so now eventually we'll put it in the oven for about 25 minutes. All right, here she is. She's done. So we're fixing to cut in and fixing to get you a plate, Mama.
Apparently that's no guarantee. They test for 16 genetic markers, and that's after they check to see that our blood types are a match. Reddington said it's safe.
All right, that's what she looks like. All right, Mama, come give this a taste.
But I'll be interrupting my kitty pets. Pleasure. You don't want me to mistreat him.
I'm glad it looks good.
Smells good too.
Does it?
What little smeller I got.
Alright, so I'm cutting me mom. Alright, let me know as soon as you take a bite.
I'm cooling it.
Worked on next-gen genome research, resequencing DNA to help the body fight off disease.
Alright, there's mine, and wait for Mama to take a bite so we can see how she
It's
tastes.
good.
Alright, Mama says it's good, so enjoy.